So this guy had many lives in hockey, a big CHL All-Star in his time in the Chicago organization, a backup to Tony Esposito for a number of years, eventually found his way to Hartford, became a fan favorite there, and one of the few Jewish goaltenders in NHL history. But according to incorrect published reports, he wasn't the first. According to my research, he had to be at least the third, and came after the famous Ross Brooks for the Boston Bruins when Ross finally made it after 2 decades on the minor league level. So today we have to be talking about the very Dominik Hasek style of player that a lot of people believe he was the originator of that Hasek style, Mike Veisor. Now, Mike Veisor was born in Toronto all the way back in 1952, still a young age of 68. He was described once as one of the most agile goaltenders around. He played his goal like a trapeze artist. He would use every part of his equipment to make the save or to stop the puck from going in. 5'9", 160, one of the smaller goalies ever to play in the NHL of the modern era, was drafted 45th overall in the 72 draft. Now, his minor hockey career was stupendous. Got his major start, of course, as a marquee player in the 65 Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament with a squad from Toronto. Now, he shone in the OHA over a few seasons, especially for the Peterborough Petes, where he won 2 games for them in the Memorial Cup in the 72 playoff run. With Hamilton, he played 96 games over 2 seasons, and with the Petes, 49 games and 15 games in the playoffs for 64 contests before the 3 games he played in the Memorial Cup. Now, first season in the pros was at the Dallas Blackhawks, where he again was named the Rookie of the Year that year. 39 games. 74, broke in with the big club, was the backup for the whole season. Only 10 starts, 7-0-2 record with a 2.23 goals against average. It did happen to play 2 games in the playoffs. Now, 75, won 5-1 in 9 games for Chicago. Again, in Dallas for most of the year, 11-5. 76, the full season in CHL, 28, 22-9 with a 2.93 average and 5 shutouts. Back with Chicago in 77 for 3 games, but 40 games with Dallas, 17-5-6. But for the next 3 seasons after that, he was the main, again, backup to Tony, 3-4-5 in 78, 5-8-4 in 79, and 3-5-3 in 1980. 81, found himself with Hartford, 6-13-6 in 29 games, 5-6-2 in 82, 5-16-1 in 83. Then his last season in AHL split time between Hartford and Winnipeg. Hartford, the last campaign, 1-3, but 4-1-2 in Winnipeg, and back with the AHL for his first ever appearance in the association, 1-4 record with the Sherbrooke Jets. Now, the idea of him being probably one of the most important young prospects to come in the NHL in the early 1970s cannot be understated. Again, he was the 45th overall pick, but a lot of people thought he was going to go top 30. They figured either he was going to be a strong number 1 or a balanced number 2, and that's what happened. He broke all kind of records in the OMJHL over the years for his consistent play, but Hamilton gave up on him, actually. He was traded, for all things, a second-round midget draft choice to Peterborough for Paul Elford in January 1972. So it was not really a midget pick, it was himself. So 2 players for 1. Big mistake. Now, he led the Memorial Cup in 72 with playoff victories, even though the team only finished second. Opening game of his career was against Detroit, December 5th, 1973, wearing his traditional number 1. Now, overall record in the NHL, 41-62-6, and again, 4 playoff games between Chicago and Winnipeg. Now, eventually he was named Hartford's Director of Amateur Development in September 89 and was there until 97. Again, he the main backup to Tony Esposito from 72 to 80. Now, he would have played more games in 78, but he was out for a number of games with phlebitis. Now he also became the first goalie in Hartford history to record a shutout road when he bet Winnipeg 2-0 on December 17th, 1982. Now, he also served as a third goaltender for Canada at the Worlds in '83, but did not play. So again, Team Canada representative as well. Now, he won the CHL Leading Goalie Award, the lowest GAA, in '76 with Dallas. Rookie year with Dallas in '73. CHL All-Star Team, '73 and '76. Was also selected by Ottawa in the WHA draft in '72. He led the CHL in games played in '76, and with minutes, 62 and 35, 6-1. Wins leader in '76 with 28. Shutouts leader for Dallas in '73 and '76. Goals against average leader in '73. Playoff goalie games played leader in '75 and '76. Playoff goalie minutes leader in '75-76. And playoff shutouts leader in '75 and '76. Again, he was also on the famous CHL regular season champion in Dallas in '73 when Chicago had a lot of outstanding prospects in the minors, which aided them towards the Stanley Cup Finals that year. Now, following his retirement, he served as a goalie coach at the Avon Old Farms Prep School after his retirement. Now, at the time of leaving the CHL, he was the all-time shutout leader for playoffs and regular season with 14. AHL Player of the Month for October 1980, and he also ran a hockey school for goalies in the Chicago area during his playing days. Now, again, he returned to Hartford to be part of the prep school, and he's also played on the Hartford Whalers alumni charity hockey team. Now, nicknamed the Worm for his style of goaltending, he's also the father of former college and minor league goalie Mike Veisor Jr. Now, very controversial trade. He traded Veisor to Hartford in exchange for Hartford's 81 and 82 second-round pick on June 19, 1980. Chicago exercised the option 81 and selected Kevin Griffin. So it was kind of a bummer because they let him go, and not say relatively for nothing, but it wasn't much. By the way, that 82 Player of the Month came from his 13-8-1 season record with Binghamton in that campaign. Now, talking about Mike Jr., he was drafted by St. Louis Blues in the 12th round in 1991, but again, never made the NHL, even though he had a successful college and minor hockey career. So, the man they called the Worm, for a lot of people, good memories, especially, if I'm not mistaken, he would rarely get a start at home. I think Espo got most of the starts. So I do remember one game where he had played against Montreal, and the gently said Esposito got the night off, and I think Montreal scored 6 goals that night. So when Espo took the night off, he really needed the night off. It was probably like back-to-back games. So, because I know sometimes Chicago would play Boston on a Saturday, play Montreal on a Sunday. By the way, this was a time when Montreal was still playing games on Sunday night. Anyway, thanks for listening. Bye.